Hi, I'm Amy at Mare Wellness, and I would like to teach you the calf stretch. The calf stretch is something I do every single day, and I do it as many times as I can find an opportunity to do it. Most of you know that I work primarily on the fascial system of the body, and if there's evidence out there now that if you dissect the human body, specifically looking at the fascia, you will find that there's more thicker planes of fascia in the front, the back, the sides of the body. And all those planes end up going down through the calf and underneath the foot. So stretching the feet and the calves is something you can do to soften the fascia and maintain the health of your fascia on a daily basis. So we're going to use one of these today. But if you're really tight in your feet or calves, then rolling up a towel is something that will make a little bit gentler of an angle for you. If you are pretty limber, you can roll up your yoga mat, or you can use even a yoga block, but I wouldn't go too high. I don't recommend using a calf stretch like standing on a step and then letting your body come down. Often that is way too much of a stretch, and it's much more difficult to control. The key point of stretching the fascia is to find that just right tension. And it's more of a mild tension. It's not a no pain, no gain, stretch as hard as you can kind of stretch. It's much more gentle. So these little half moon bolsters, rollers, cut in half. This was a roller that I just cut in half. But these work wonderful. So I'll start with this side. So stepping onto the end with the ball of your foot up on the roller and your heel on the ground. And your hips are squared up in the direction that your feet are pointing, and you should start with your feet in best alignment, which is straightforward. And then the other foot comes up near it. Now, most of the time when I teach this to a client for the first time, they get about here, and this is about all the tension that they can take in their calves, and it's pretty deep. If it's super deep and they're kind of making that face, I ask them to back it off until they find that just right tension where you're just meeting that stretch. Now for me, it's more like this because I stretch my calves every day. But let's start back here. So find that stretch, try to relax your shoulders, relax your chest, your hips, let your kneecaps drop. Most of us hold our quads so tight that our kneecaps are up all the time, so soften them and let the kneecaps come down. And then just find that stretch and hold it. Breathe, read a book, watch the news, watch your favorite TV show, whatever. I also highly recommend this if you're using a stand-up workstation. Keep one of these under your desk so that you can do your work and type and be stretching while you do this. So hold that stretch, and then when the fascia and the tissues start to release, you'll actually feel a softening and like, oh, the stretch went away. And then you can come another inch forward. Deepen that stretch again. Keep doing whatever it is you're doing. Soften the rest of your body, soften your hips, your quads, let the kneecaps drop, and wait for the tissues to soften. It can take anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute to 2 minutes, depending on how tight your calves are. I've seen this help with a lot of different foot, hip issues, low back issues are another one this is great for. Anything up the chain. Once you're really good at it, then you can take that step through, and then you're really doing a stretch that mimics more natural walking movement. So imagine I'm stepping up onto a curb, or I am I'm hiking and I step on a rock. Then if I step and swing through, I'm not going to injure myself because I've got a more supple calf to step through. So another way to do this stretch is to get a deeper, more well-rounded stretch is now go a little pigeon-toed. Tuck the toes or point the toes to the midline, and then bring your other foot forward. and you'll feel that stretch pull up a little differently in your body, maybe more up the side. And it's always interesting to me because everybody feels it a little bit differently because we all sit differently. We have different habits, different routines. So we feel these things a little bit more different. And that same principle, soften the rest of your body, hold the stretch, do whatever it is that you're doing, and wait for the release. And then you can step farther forward if you have time, if that's what you feel like your body needs. The other is turn it out. Now this is often easier for people, and people can step a lot farther through faster because that's how people stand a lot. So those muscles are probably over loosened in that direction. And then do the other side. Okay? Soften, wait for it to release, and then do all the different directions. Now, you can do the same thing with this stretch. You can stack some upper body movement with it. You can do hold the water bottles and tip them out behind you. If you are doing your calf stretch, you can actually deepen the sensation by bringing the arms up overhead. You can just hold them up here to pull the fascial system a little bit more, create a little bit more tension through it, and wait for that to release. Because remember, the fascial system goes from head to toe, all the way through the body, three-dimensionally connected. Okay. All right, so anytime during the day, I will, if I know I'm going to be doing a lot of food preparation, chopping vegetables, I'll grab one and go in the kitchen and do my thing in the kitchen. I keep one in the living room, and if I'm watching TV, I'll stand up and do a little bit of calf stretching. This is really one of the number one easiest things that you can do to make your body feel a little bit better. All right, any questions? Email me, marewellness@gmail.com. Thank you.